You did not say the wrong thing. You did not do something unforgivable. You did not cross a line that reasonable people would cross. You simply did something they did not like, or said something they could not control, and now the silence has arrived. And somehow the silence feels worse than anything they could have said. That is not an accident. That silence was chosen, timed, deployed with a specific outcome in mind. Reason 1, they went silent to make you question your own reality. Not to think, not to calm down, to make you sit inside the uncertainty of not knowing where you stand until your mind starts generating explanations on their behalf, until you start wondering what you did, until the story in your head becomes worse than anything they could have said out loud. The narcissist wants you to feel unsettled and uncertain, to wallow in pain and discomfort. The silence produces that state more efficiently than any argument. 2 more reasons after this. The third one is the one that will make you never respond to silence the same way again. The neuroscience of why silence works as punishment. Here is what the silence is doing to your brain right now that makes it so specifically effective. Your brain's threat detection system cannot distinguish between a physical threat and a social threat. When someone withdraws connection, the same cortisol response fires as if you were in physical danger. Your nervous system reads the silence as a survival threat. And a nervous system under threat does not think clearly. It does not evaluate whether the silence is deserved. It does not ask whether the relationship is worth protecting. It just generates urgency. Fix this, resolve this, make the threat go away. By using minimalist communication, the narcissist hopes to put you into a state of emotional confusion. They love it when you imply, I have really blown it now and I have to do all that is possible to gain favor from this person. Your brain is producing that urgency right now, not because you did something wrong, because your nervous system is responding to perceived social danger with the same chemicals it would produce if a predator was in the room. The silence did not create the urgency. Your nervous system did. And the narcissist knows this, consciously or not. They know that silence produces urgency faster and more reliably than any argument. Reason 2. The control reset. The second reason they go silent is to reset the control dynamic after you did something that threatened it. You disagreed with them. You set a boundary. You prioritized yourself over them. You demonstrated some form of independence that signaled you are not fully under their influence. The silence is the correction mechanism. It is a means of maintaining control with the least personal vulnerability. They do not have to argue with you. They do not have to acknowledge your point. They simply withdraw and wait for the discomfort to produce the behavior they wanted in the first place. Every unnecessary apology deployed to end the punishment teaches both the narcissist and your own nervous system something false. When you apologize to end the silence for something you either did not do or do not actually believe was wrong, you teach 2 things simultaneously. You teach the narcissist that silence produces apologies. And you teach your own nervous system that your judgment is less trustworthy than the discomfort of their disapproval. Both lessons compound over time. The silence becomes more frequent. Your threshold for apologizing becomes lower, until you are apologizing preemptively, before the silence even arrives, for things you have not done yet. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. An apology that is not true is not right, and saying it to end discomfort is not peace. It is the surrender of your internal authority one small piece at a time." Reason 3. The loyalty test. This is the reason most people never identify, because it does not feel like a test. It feels like abandonment. The silence is measuring your loyalty in real time. Will you pursue? Will you apologize? Will you send the third message after the first 2 went unanswered? Will you show up at their door? Will you tell mutual friends you are worried about them? Will you do whatever it takes to restore the connection? Every action you take in response to the silence is data. Data about how much they can take from you before you walk away. Data about the upper limit of what the relationship can extract. The narcissist wants you to feel the need to do all that is possible to gain favor from them. The loyalty test is measuring exactly how far that need extends. Ibn Qayyim wrote about the soul that has been conditioned to mistake pursuit for love, that has learned to prove its affection through suffering rather than receiving it through safety. The loyalty test works because most people have been taught that love means not giving up. That persistence is proof of care. That if you stop pursuing, you did not really want the relationship. The narcissist has found the wound that teaching created and is pressing on it deliberately. Real love does not require you to chase silence. Real love does not use your fear of abandonment as a lever. The loyalty test is not measuring your love. It is measuring your compliance. Identity line. If you are still watching, you have been in this silence. You know exactly how it feels to sit inside someone's chosen absence and feel the urgency building. You know what it is like to send the message you said you would not send. To apologize for something you are still not sure you did. You are not weak for having done that. Your nervous system was responding to a threat it was never designed to evaluate clearly. Now you have clarity about what was actually happening. And clarity changes everything. The one response that ends it. Have a clear, non-escalating statement ready. When you do speak, I notice you've been quiet. I'm here when you're ready to talk, is complete. It does not pursue, does not beg, does not offer a preemptive apology. It acknowledges the reality without participating in the punishment. Say it once, then return to tending to yourself. That is the entire response. One sentence, said once, then you stop. You do not send the follow-up. You do not check if they read it. You do not tell mutual friends you said it. You say it once and you return to your own life with complete intention. What this does, it removes the silence's mechanism. The silent treatment requires pursuit to function as punishment. Pursuit confirms the weapon works. One calm acknowledgement followed by genuine return to your own life signals something the narcissist is not prepared for, that their silence does not control your nervous system anymore. They may extend the silence. They may escalate. They may eventually return. Whatever they do, you have already demonstrated to your own nervous system that you can survive the silence without surrendering your reality to end it. Every unnecessary apology is a small surrender of your internal authority. The one response takes that authority back. One sentence, once, then you tend to yourself. Close. 3 reasons. One response. They went silent to make you question your reality. To reset control after you showed independence. To test how far your loyalty extends into your own suffering. And the response to all 3 is the same, one clear sentence said once, and then the genuine return to your own life. The silence is still there, but it is no longer the most powerful thing in the room. You are. Subscribe.